Welcome back to Cutting and Cooking with Pops. You saw that thumbnail. We're gonna do some chicken on the Weber. But before we do that, we're gonna get out of here. We've got a big order coming in, so I'm gonna get out the way. We get these in like this, the whole leg. So it's the drumstick and the thigh. But I'm gonna show you how we split it. I'm gonna do a little bit something with the drumstick as well. So I'm gonna take that bone out, but I'm gonna leave the skin on. I'll show you right now. All right, here's how we're gonna do this. When you turn it over, you can almost see a line right there. You just find the joint right in between right there. And there goes the drum, there goes the thigh. Clean up this a little bit. Today I'm using this Japanese style knife. And it works pretty good because it has a little sharp for one. And it has a little real pointy edge. Just get that bone out. Now we have a nice thigh with boneless skin on. Usually you see it in the stores, you get the boneless, skinless. Today, I like that skin, so we're leaving that skin on. We'll clean that up a little bit. So that's how we're gonna do the thigh. Cooks faster, crisp it up. Now on this drum, we're gonna go down that bone, and then we're just gonna pretty much just open it up. So we have a drumstick that's open. Kind of go around the bone a little bit. I believe some Chinese restaurants do this to their drumsticks before they fry it. So see how it's flattened out a little bit? That's gonna cook quicker as well. We'll get a little bit more off that side so it butterflies out a little bit more. So that's what it'll look like. That's just gonna grill like that. Cook a little bit faster. All right, we got a few of these prepared. You saw how we did it. Maybe do a few more, but right now we're gonna get to the house. About to open, and I hear the truck pulling up, so we're gonna get out of here and get to the house. All right, let's get it. All right, back here in my backyard. You saw how we did it at the shop. We bone these out, and then we split these drums. We let the bone in, but we kind of split them on one side, open them up. What that's gonna do is two things. For one, the seasoning is gonna get in there a little bit better. For two, it's gonna cook faster as well. So we're gonna season them up with these fungundis and some granulated garlic, my go-tos, you know. And we're gonna get them on the Weber grill. Forgot the chimney, so we had to start it with the torch. We got the Vortex, the Weber attachment Vortex. So we're gonna get that on there. What that does is works as a convection oven kind of. Gets the heat going once you put the top on, put the lid on, gets the heat going, flowing, and get these nice and crispy. All right, so let's get it. Get that seasoning all in there, where they're open like that. I'm gonna let these sit for a few minutes so that moisture comes out, dry that skin out a little bit. It's a little windy out here, so this seasoning is going all over the place. All right, we're gonna get these in here, skin side down. That's how we're gonna start this. All around this Vortex. This grill is probably gonna be about 350, somewhere in there, in that range. And we're just gonna close the lid and let that Vortex do its work. All right, we're checking on these. It's been on here about 30, 40 minutes, maybe about 40 minutes. It was rocking at about 325, somewhere in there, 330, steady. Didn't want it too hot, but these look nice. This is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So we're gonna let these go. Let this do its thing. Those coals are rocking real hot. Put a little bit more in there and try to get some crispy skins on here. All right, these have been going about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer actually. We let them go a little bit slower than what they could have because we have a few things going on. So we let them rock kind of slow. But they're temping at about 160 right now. So we're gonna go ahead and put some sauce on here. What I did mention earlier was the barbecue sauce we're gonna be using, Hazel's barbecue sauce. You get that at the shop. great barbecue sauce, but we're gonna put some on the top. We're gonna paint these. This is a nice sweet barbecue sauce. Try to get these a little crispy. Get it all around. Give it a little layer of flavor. Get on this other side so I don't burn myself again. Can't reach over. That Vortex gets that hot. It's real hot coming up right there in the middle. Now if you got charcoal underneath here, you want to turn these if the charcoal's right underneath to get it crisp. But in this case, we got that Vortex hitting that heat. It's gonna act like a convection oven and come all the way around. And that's how we're gonna get the crispiness. Close this up for a little bit. Give these a little flip. Paint these on this side. Smacked it up, flipped it, now we're rubbing it down. That flavor get in on this side. See how that flavor is getting inside those little crevices of that drum that we split? All in the crevices. All right, these should be nice and ready. With a nice little crisp on him. Take these drums off. That one wants to fall off the bone. We're gonna hit it with a little bit more barbecue sauce also. Another layer of flavor. Just on the top, just like that. It's still hot enough to where it's gonna caramelize real quick. There it goes. Just to make it look glossy. There it is. Let's give this a taste test. Get it over there. All right, you saw how we did it. Split the whole legs, took the drums, split the drums and the thighs, and then we opened up that drum and we took the bone out of those thighs so they cook a little bit faster. Put it in the Vortex, put it in the Weber. It took maybe about an hour, maybe not even an hour. That skin is nice and crispy on there. And then it has that glaze and the Hazel's barbecue sauce. We'll give it a try. Nice and tender, sweetness from that barbecue sauce. All right, hope you give this recipe a try. Not that hard on the grill. Don't be scared of the fire in the grill. Let me know how you like your thighs, bone in or boneless, skinless. I like these skin on and boneless myself. Come into Pops, we'll take the bone out for you. Ask your butcher wherever you're at, probably charge you a little bit extra to take that bone out. We're gonna get these inside, feed some people. Thanks for tuning in to Cutting Cooking with Pops. Hit that like button, subscribe button, comment, see how you like this recipe, and get inside, tear this up. One love.